Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Mm, let me just open out something. Let me open the Excel actually.
Sure.
So we'll talk about like RF integration, how we will do, and first we will see like few things. So whenever we need to do this RF integration, right? Like we have to activate some service to open this in
Mhm.
URL.
Okay.
Yeah, and before that, like to work that in GUI, we'll do some configurations. But I'll show you the service first, and then we'll discuss the configurations which need to be done. Okay. So we will activate that service in SICF. So from here we'll activate the service.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm, let me just do something.
So SSAF activation is coming under functional activity or
No, no, it's a
in
technical
this?
one only.
Okay.
Uh, Actually, like in Fairy Apps library is there, right? So you can just go on search, or like you can search in Google, like we'll get blogs. So just to see the service, okay? Nothing else.
Okay.
I think,
Okay.
we, yeah, we can just directly, copy the service and search for it. Like, see, mm, I'll give this path, okay? Or like, SAP, I can follow this path. So I'll get it.
Mhm.
See, it is BC's SAP BC GUI. Or if I just copy paste this path, right, directly I'll get it. GUI
Yeah.
SAP, it's, yeah, this is the one. Like, EWM underscore movies GUI. This should be, you have to make it as active. Right now it is active already. So you can just log into the RFUI from here, like in the
Mhm.
Fairy app, I can say. Okay. So as
Okay.
this particular service is active, so once you made it as active only, then you will get to see the slash, sorry, slash UI to slash FLP to log in the Fairy Launchpad. Okay. So
Mhm.
in the
Yeah.
Fairy Launchpad, that service will be available once after this activation. Let me just copy this, open it in Chrome. S23 W. So I think it might take a little bit longer to load because
Yeah,
for
first
this,
time.
yeah, first time, and even for this particular ID, lot of apps are assigned. I think a lot of roles are assigned, it
Mm-hmm.
seems.
Okay.
But I'll try to search from here. Hmm. So when I type this RFUI transaction, right, I can see the RFUI app. That app will be coming into this Fury Launchpad after activating that service.
Mm-hmm.
So people will might ask in the interview that, like, what service we need to activate. Like you can mention them, like, what is this? Mobi underscore GUI service should be activated in SICF. This is the service. EWM underscore mob GUI. You have to activate that through SICF. Then you will get to
Okay.
see the RFUI app in this Fury Launchpad. That's what we have to say. Let me just close this. Hmm. And even there is some screen personas and all the stuff, like you can design the screen itself, like, by using that app. uh, I'll show you that as well. Let me open up this first to show you GUI, sorry, RFUI here. Actually, like you can see the same thing in here as well, okay, but
Okay.
that it will be opening in the URL actually. So that using that URL, like people will log in into their devices. So this kind of
Mm-hmm.
a screen it has to show. Mm, what happened? Yeah, I think it got this app. One second, let's open this.
Mm, okay. Chrome, right?
Yeah, it should open actually, but don't know, it was taking much time than usual. So this is the app actually,
Okay.
but it was taking time to load so much. Meanwhile, like we'll see that what we can do with this. Like, we'll activate this RFUI screen or like app by
Mm-hmm.
using this service. So once you
Okay.
activate that service, so you can just log in into this.
Mm-hmm.
This is for the GUI, it seems. Sorry, Yeah, and there is a one more transaction called personas admin. So by using that, like you can customize your login screens like this. See,
Hmm.
initially the screen will be like this, but you can change the screen designs and the background of these screens and everything by using these screen personas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can customize, like I'll show you. Like here, I did like so many things. Like there are two things, themes and flavors. So you can use both of them and to change the screen size. See how he changed it, like
Okay.
the buttons and theme. Like he applying some theme, and I think
Okay.
see theme will be coming for this the push buttons and all the stuff. And the flavor is
So
like
is it usually these screens are appearing on tab or
yeah, that's a again it will appear on all the screens. I can say, like you can create display profiles for each device. There is a
uh,
profile called display profile. Based on the display size, you can create profiles like a display profiles. So
Mhm,
if people are using tab, and for them you're gonna assign like some different profile, display profile. Um,
mhm.
so for that you will create a different resource types. So
Got you.
one resource type is RF gun, one resource type is tab mounted on a forklift. Okay, something like you
Mm,
will create different display profiles. So based in the display profile you can able to select the display size.
okay.
So based on that configuration, system will adjust the screen size actually, like based on the RF gun size itself, like you will create the display profiles. Okay,
Mhm.
so based on
So
that it will adjust the
usually
screen.
RFGAN itself holds some monitor like our mobile.
Yeah,
I mean, I
exactly.
know.
Yeah. RF gun should have like all the apps actually in that, like from the URL you will try to log in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, RF can holds yeah, it's like a mobile device itself, like it has multiple apps it
Yeah.
seems. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you can just customize these screens, like with a different themes and flavors. So by using that
Mm-hmm.
screen personas. So to get the screen personas information and it's enabled, you have to get this role actually, persona slash admin. This role
Mm-hmm.
should get assigned to your user ID actually.
Okay.
Okay, this is personas underscore admin underscore role. Sorry, this is the administrator role. You will get everything in that. And see,
Mm.
once you just assign this role to your ID, then you will get to see when you are logging into that RFUI app, right? So
Mm.
this P will come over there. This, yeah, P icon will appear over there. So it's a screen personas icon. You can use that, and then there will be a screen. It will this kind of a screen it will open, and you can create
Okay.
your own display, like a theme and all the stuff. So you can just do that there. But usually why I'm just discussing all these things, like actually will not do all this, will be done by
Mm-hmm.
the maybe technical
You
people
you
itself. Yeah, UA people. So but just people gonna ask beyond the limits, like they will ask you to have you configured
mm.
RF. So then the next question is like have you activated the service. And
Okay.
that is one question. You have to mention like EWM underscore mobies UI you have activated. So then only you
Mm.
just got to see the RFUI app in the Fiori launchpad. And the second
Mm.
thing is they're gonna ask for the screen personas and themes flavors. So
I
have
see.
you changed anything? And the
Mm.
third question is like um, how to decide that, like I have two different kind of devices. How you gonna
Mm.
open those apps in that particular devices without having any issue. Like I can say uh, it shouldn't skip any of the push buttons, or like the screen length, how you gonna adjust based on the device. So you have to say we'll create display profiles based on their screen sizes, and that display profiles will be assigned to the resource types. I'll go and discuss that. But so in display profile we'll decide like what would be the size of this devices, like displays of the devices which they're gonna use.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, these are the three
Okay.
questions, and there are like couple of questions they're gonna ask. But yeah, so here how we are just doing the screen colors and the font sizes and all the stuff. So he's explained, like you can go through this blog, but for the interview purpose they're going to ask these questions only, like screen personas, what is screen personas, have you worked on, And so you can mention them like, we can customize the RFUI screen by using the screen personas app. And next,
Mm.
to get this RFUI free app in this, free launchpad, you need to activate this service called EWM underscore mobiles UI. Okay. Let me see whether it is opened or not. Oh no. Let me search for that here. App Finder. Um,
Yeah, maybe in the
yeah.
binocular. So,
Yeah, no, no. I was in the first screen, but okay. Let me search from here. Actually, like there was an app finder here. Like if you're clicking here, right?
mm,
So it'll show up like app finder or something.
okay. Mm,
Oh, this is notifications. It was up now.
yeah,
So this app finder, like it will show up the app directly.
this stuff. Okay.
Hmm. So in this, like directly it will open the app itself. So now you can search. Yeah. Now it was opening. Yes. So initially this app will not show because if you are not activated that Mobi underscore UI, okay, Mobi UI, EWM underscore Mobi UI. So just click on this. I think long back I activated this app and screen personas also. It was taking time. Hmm. It was opening that GUI here. Like how it looks like in GUI, it looks like the same here. Okay. Just you got the same screen here as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
So, but this is a URL. You can use this into any device and try to open. I think I just activated the. Okay, maybe this user ID doesn't have a screen personas role. Okay,
mhm,
that's why persona symbol is not showing here. But
mhm,
if I just assign that to my user ID, right? So I'll get it.
mm. Got it.
Yeah, and let me show you that as well if possible. Like let me log in. Slash n SU01 S23 EWM 32, right? Yeah. So just I'll try to assign role. The role is, let me just try this. Okay. So he just mentioned this person as, I think underscore admin maybe. Let me see. Hmm. Okay, where is this? Oh, I think I have to copy it only till admin. If not, I can search in this field library and I'll try to get the role. Oh, no. 1 minute. So I'll search this. So I think we'll have some roles here. So Benest role is BR administrator. I think this should be there. So our application
Mm.
with screen personas or like let me okay. Oh sorry, manage flavors personas admin. This is the one. My bad. So we
Okay.
can see like what is the business role it was given. So it is the same role I can say. Okay. This role will assign it to arts.
Mm.
This is SAP given role, right? So it will be there. I think I has to log in and log out. Let me just do log out and log in.
Yep.
Close this. Just sign out. Yes. So again, I need to just try for here that URL link. Oh no, this is the one. So that P symbol will come actually in this UA, like a RFUA. Yeah, once you
Mm.
log in, right, like a screen along with the screen, it will show up that P symbol. So you can click on that, like it will open up in the another window, like it will allow you to do all the stuff.
Picture తీసుకున్న notes మమ్మల్ని లీటర్ వేయండి అది ఎక్కడగా
Do it close him.
Why just yeah, but let's discuss the configurations manual. But you understand, right? Like we will activate the service and we'll assign that role to our user ready to do the
Yeah.
changes in the screen level things. Now, yeah, we'll go to that SIMG. So just there is a place in SCM Extended Warehouse Management. Under Extended Warehouse Management, you have a section called Mobile Data Entry. Under this mobile data entry, you will have radio frequency framework. So under this
Mm-hmm.
RF framework, like if you're going to these define steps in logical transactions, so here you are just having all the screens and all the logical transactions which are there under this RFUI framework. So all these are the logical transactions, and
Mm-hmm.
here there is an important step called define. This is like define application parameters. So whenever we are developing any new screen, right, and we'll create an
Mm.
application parameter initially for that new
Okay.
screens. But yeah, let's only see a presentation profile for now. So
Mm-hmm.
this presentation profile, why we are copying it from the standard is that if you want to do a customization in RFUI
Mm-hmm.
screen, so that should be only for your one warehouse only. So you have multiple
Okay.
warehouses in the system, but you want to do customization for a specific warehouse, so where like you will not do any changes at this standard presentation profile. Okay. So you will copy this presentation profile and then uh, create a new presentation profile. Under that only you will do changes. And in this presentation profile you will have personalization profiles. So
Mm-hmm.
this personalization profile is like the name itself, you can say personalization, so specific to a person or a user. Okay. So in warehouse, like we'll have different kind of users. Some people will only unload, some people will load. So to restrict their works tasks, so
Okay.
we'll create multiple profiles, like multiple personalization profiles. And they can only able to see the screens which they want to see, because I'll show you that in RFUI. See, RFUI you will get to see once you're going inside. You will see like inbound process also you can do, outbound process also you can do, internal process also you can do. But here like I have uh, some users like who will be there at the inbound doors, and they'll only perform inbound process. And there
Okay.
are some people who are at the outbound doors, and they'll do only picking and then keeping the stock in the outbound. So I will assign only outbound task to a certain people. Okay, they don't want to use this inbound process at all, so they don't want to see also. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
will remove that actually. And some people will do only internal movements here and there, like they'll move the stock. uh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for them only internal process should be needed actually, so they want to see only these internal processes. So I want to restrict these two for them. So how we can restrict any process for a particular user is based on this presentation profile. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mm. So let me create a one presentation profile and one personalization profile, and I'll show you how it will be happening. So just let me copy this. Now this is like AD0 on, right? Yeah. Let me just enter and copy all. I'll delete them. Okay. 13 profiles are came like personalization profiles. So I'll just select all and delete few of them. I'll keep standard only. Okay. And rest all I'll delete.
Okay.
Save. And then I'll create one more. Okay. This is okay. I'll create like IN for inbound, out OU for outbound. I'll create two and I'll show you how it will be. Yeah, that's it. Like internal is not required, but yeah, how we are doing this for this same, you will do the same for internal as well. Okay. First, what we did, like
Okay.
we just copied a standard personalization profile, and we'll created a already zero on personalization profile, and under that, like I just created this. What is that? Like 1 second, let me search. I have created like two, you know, personalization profiles. So interview they'll ask like, what is the use of presentation profile? So presentation profile will be used um, to do any custom enhancement at the RFUI screen level. Okay. And for a specific warehouse. And this personalization profile is used to restrict the users to perform certain operations. So these two
Okay.
questions they're gonna ask for sure, definitely. Okay. And now, like, let
Mhm.
me just come out of this
Presentation profile is for
warehouse level. Like, yeah, we'll
it
assign
and
that to
import.
warehouse. Yeah. See here,
Okay.
if you are seeing a node, right, assign presentation profile to warehouse to restrict the
Mm-hmm.
changes which we are performing to a particular warehouse.
Oh, okay.
We'll create a
Okay.
personal, sorry, presentation profile. Mm, yeah. See here, I'm just giving my presentation profile because I don't want to do any changes in this. Okay, standard profile. Why? Because other
Okay.
warehouses might use the same, right?
Hmm.
So you will
Yeah.
create a presentation profile for warehouse level, and so you will assign
Mm.
that to your respective arrows, the changes which you are performing in the custom screens, right? You're adding custom screens or custom transactions, you will get to see in that only arrows. Okay.
So, by any chance, at a time, are we allowed to make some change which is across all the warehouses?
See,
Oh,
you
is
know,
also possible.
here if you're seeing it, right, I just created AD01. Okay.
Hmm.
But I want to use the same profile to any other values, I can assign that. Like I'll replace the standard and I'll assign. So same profile can be
Hmm.
used by all.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
I'm just telling you, like difference is
Hmm.
possible means like unique is also possible. You can assign the same profile to all. But
Okay.
I am just trying to explain what is the need of creating presentation profile to do
Yeah, yeah.
customization at the warehouse level.
Understood.
Yeah. And
Okay.
now you just go to RF menu manager. Okay. And here
Hmm.
you have to just copy the standard one. Like let me just see object size. Okay. See, if you're seeing it, this is the standard presentation profile and personalization profile. So I'm just copying it like I already created some, right? AD01 is my presentation profile, and then this personalization profile, I'm just copying it for IN and OU also, like two times I need to copy. Just click on copy. Why I'm
Okay.
copying? Like all the screens should get copied for that. So that's the reason. See, now I'm just creating it for IN, okay? And
Hmm.
I don't want to see here. If you're seeing it, right, let me just tell you presentation text. If you're clicking it, you'll get to see all
Hmm.
these things, right?
Yeah.
So as it is an IN, I'll not see. I don't want to see this in outbound process. I can delete. Okay.
Okay.
So that guy will see inbound process, internal process. But I haven't created for internal process separately, so I'm just keeping this. Okay. So when
Okay.
I'm logging with this personalization profile called IN, so I can see these four only the screens. Okay. And
Hmm.
even like if you want to create a new thing, um, you can do that. And you want to bring anything out of this, like see, this is the main node, like it was kept. Okay. But I want to
Hmm.
just move something out of it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can just, or like I can assign it to inbound process as well. um it's the same level. If I'm saying, like then this particular inventory counting or whichever one copied, like it will come out of it actually. See, it was
Hmm.
came separately. I just brought it
Okay.
up out of it actually. Here the inventory
Yeah.
counting is there, but I just brought it out. But I can
Hmm.
again move it into like in this only.
Hmm.
um the same level I can say. So it was just there in that again. Like I just moved into the same place, I can say. Descriptions and this presentation. Yeah. See, in again it was in internal itself. I just brought it up like inventory counting initially out, right?
Hmm.
So you can bring it, or like you can do any of this. Like you can bring something to directly, I want to just see like inventory counting in the directly here, like along with these nodes, right? Inbound process, internal process, inventory counting also. I have to see on the same screen, so I can just bring it out actually. Okay. It was
Okay.
saying, right? Yeah, just do it again and I'll show you. Same level means like it will be showing at the internal process level only.
Okay.
Okay, just I'm saving it. Hmm. Now you want to display all, right? Okay. 1 second, not here. I think, yeah, I just did it for in inbound, and I'll say do it for OU also. So here I need to copy this star again. So from standard screens, I'm just copying. First we
Hmm.
have to create, and then you have to copy all the screens. So just I'm copying it again, and AD01 only, and here is OU. That is my destination presentation profile. So this time what I'll do, I'll remove the outbound process. Okay. Sorry, this is outbound,
Okay.
right? And I'll remove this inbound and just save. Hmm. Next, here RF screen manager. Here display profile will be there. Okay. The standard one is the star. Okay. Standard display profile. If you just click on, or I think here you have to come. Sorry, 1 second, my bad. Here you can see if you are giving this display profile, right?
Mhm.
What are all the screens it will be having it, like it will show everything. I'm not creating any new display profile, or like I can create a new display profile where I can show you the sizes and all the stuff. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, why it was taking much time. In this display profile only, we'll control the sizes actually. Okay.
Mhm.
Whenever if any interview, if they're asking a question, right? How you can decide the display size of the device, you can mention them this actually.
Got it.
Hmm, what happened? Yeah, see, each and every logical transaction, and he can see the display profile. Someone has changed it to like his profile. Mm. Here, if you're seeing it, right, screen height, screen width, and PB length is like push button length actually, and push button quantity.
Okay.
So people has created. This is the standard one actually. Okay, star star.
Mhm.
So the star star has like 10, 40. Screen height is 10 and screen width is 40. And this is subscreen height and subscreen width. And this is the PB length is push button length and push button quantity. And this is menu length. So this is the actually template for screen program and all the stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, tell me.
No, no, no. Okay. I'm saying okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Actually, this is the application and this is the display profile. This
Mhm.
presentation, personalization, all these are like so here once we are creating a display profile from the standard everything will get copied. Okay, here in standard
Mhm.
push button quantity is 4 and I want to see 6 quantity.
So,
So
all stars represents a standard.
standard all stars, yeah, like any stars, yeah, it was standard only that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, here also if you're seeing it, right, see these three they are
Hmm.
giving it as a by default. Okay, by
Okay.
the SAP, but rest all are like
Hmm.
created by them. Like anybody they want to create anything, so they did it actually.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
actually it has to show here star. I don't know, these people deleted and just or like changed that star to this. I'm not sure because it should show star also here. See, you can't see, right, star H3. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, it was there. Okay, see here you can see the screen numbers, programs, and all the stuff. And this is the logical
So
transaction and step. Yeah.
these traffic lights are green, like when they are active. If at all they are disabled, it's going to be in yellow, right?
Um,
Yeah.
this is like a caution they mentioned, like someone has
Okay.
configured or copied, not done completely the things. I think it says.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just go on here, and you can just copy also this display profile. You can just click on
Mhm.
this and just copy these and continue. Now it will ask that what is your display profile. So I just steady, I just keep it and here you can decide like your screen height is like 10 by 40 or like actually 8 by 40 and that should be 8 by 40 or like 16 by 20. That would be the standard display sizes. Okay,
Mhm.
so
16 bit.
yeah, I'll go with 8 by 40 or 16 by 20. And push button length is 8 and menu item length is 40 they had mentioned. Menu means like you are seeing, right, this is the one, this length.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is 40 and they are made it as you can make it as 20 also, or change it like 20 or 30 you can based on that. And here this is push button length is like this button length. Okay, those are the
Okay.
push buttons. And push button quantity is like 4 means like I think if I just get something data then I can show you. Actually these buttons like it will be showing like 4 buttons side by side. So you can decide like you want to see 5 buttons or 4 buttons and then you can just keep it on your own.
Okay.
Hmm. And then like let me see if I can add. So let me try to create this. Only use slash as a namespace delimiter. It was not copied. Okay. We'll use the standard itself. Okay. And but display profile is used to assign it to the device actually. So based on that, like when we are creating display profile only, system will ask you like number of push buttons and what would be the screen size and all the stuff. So once you've done this, like has to do some other steps. Yeah, here you have to assign the presentation profile to this AD01, and next uh, there is an verification control, and this will be seen like once we have just started doing things after all configurations, because here we'll create a verification profile, and which fields to be scanned at the time of doing the process, that we will maintain here. See, if I'm just going inside of it, right? So I'm just scanning these two fields whenever I'm just doing the process. Okay,
Mm.
that means you want to keep a stock in a destination bin. Okay, before keeping that stock
Okay.
into the destination bin, you have to scan the destination bin barcode to make sure that like that is the right bin. Okay, so
Okay.
system will already give the bin, but you have to scan that and to make sure that like both are same, like the system proposed bin and the place where you are keeping the stock. So you are just make sure that actually the user should make sure that he just place the stock in the right bin. That means system suggested bin only. So wherever we want to scan the fields, and we'll maintain that, like what are the fields which we want to scan it during the process. So we'll maintain
Mm.
all of them in a verification profile, and we'll assign to the respective process. I can say here, if you're seeing it, right, process category, this is for stock removal and this is for
Mm.
put away. So this profile is different and this
Oh,
profile is different. Okay,
got
so
it.
like that.
Mm.
So in interviews the question is like, have you heard about verification profile and have you used it? So we have to tell them.
Mm.
So what are the fields we want to scan at the time of
Mm.
placing the stock or removing the stock during using the RF gun. So which fields has to be scanned by the user, we will decide by using this verification profile. Okay, we'll
Okay.
control the user to control the user to which fields has to be scanned during the process, or whether it is inbound or outbound, or like put away or picking.
Mm.
So we'll control that with the verification profile you can mention. Okay, so
Okay.
there are total four: display profile, uh, presentation profile, and personalization profile. And this is a verification controller, they're gonna say verification profile sometimes. Okay, or verification control. These are the four
Yeah.
important things, like which are used where. So they'll ask that. And here nothing to do with us actually now, so has to just go here. uh, Let me see, there was some. Hmm.
So verification profile is directly linked to personalization. That's it, right?
No, no, no. Verification control is this. During the process, right? Like you are doing a put away process, and
Mm.
which fields has to be scanned during that process. You will be maintaining in the verification profile. Like destination bin, you
Mm.
want to scan it, or destination HU you want to scan it before keeping that stock. So you will maintain this destination HU field, and the destination bin field in the verification profile, and you will assign that to a put away process. So during the
Mm-hmm.
put away, system will ask you to scan those fields actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from the barcodes. Hmm. Here there was some, there was a queue determination which will be do. Second. We'll create queue types and resource types, um, and then we'll do the rest of the things in transaction level actually. One second, no? Just bear with me.
Fine.
Yeah, it was in the cross process settings. Under this, like resource management is there. Okay. Yeah. Here, what you will do, like you will create queue types.
Mm-hmm.
So for your warehouse, you will create like inbound queue, outbound queue, and all. So we'll create three queues. Okay.
Okay.
So I didn't found anything for my warehouse. So let me just copy someone like and create it like easily. Yeah, let it be. Let's go. Yeah, just copy this. So ID 01 and I just IBD for inbound and so these are the three queues I just created. One is for inbound, one is for internal, and one is for outbound. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll create the queue types in the config, and we'll create the resource type as well. I think resource types and this one node. Okay. I think define queues. Yeah, we'll do this actually. We'll see. And here resource types also. So we'll create resource types from here and here only. Yeah, this resource types will use it actually. Um, so resource types means like you have like what are the handheld devices you have like forklift is there, and there is RF gun is there. So you can create like those things. See, it's a forklift someone has created. Someone has created as a worker. Worker means like he's gonna use maybe RF gun or something. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that
Mm-hmm.
resource type is worker that created like this. So we'll create one resource type. Let me just create that. Mm, for my warehouse that is 01 and resource RSU1, and you're gonna use this resource, and if you want to assign any bin access type, so
Okay.
this resource should have to access only particular bins. So you can control that with, see, I can say, you know uh, if I created as a resource type as a worker, and he can able to bring the bins at his height level, right? And beyond his height he can't bring that pallets down to from the racks. So what he has to do, like he will access only the ground level bins if I'm just creating this resource as a worker. And if I'm just creating resource as a forklift, so that forklift can be accessed like the other bins which are at the level high. So very high level bins, it can be accessed by forklift. So you can just create a bin access type. Okay.
Mm.
And
Okay.
like you can here, you are not creating bin access type, you're gonna assign that bin access type. See, just
Mm.
let's see. I have like this bin access types, three different bin access types. So manual activity, I'll assign this, that bins can be from that bins we can bring the stock manually. So I'll assign this 8001 for them.
Got you.
Yeah, here I'm just giving like one resource type and I'm just going with forklift. You can assign it means it will be restricted. Why? Because
Mhm.
so the bin access type where we will assign, I'll show you. Hmm. So let me log in into monitor for bins, and then you'll see there. Hmm. Yeah, stock and bin. Just okay, available stock and just go inside. So if I'm clicking on any bin, right? Hmm.
Mhm.
See, there is a bin access type. Okay, so you will
Okay.
assign this bin access type, and they'll ask this connection. I have an interview question for you that like I want to access certain bins with only certain resource.
Mhm.
How you gonna restrict? Saying that you'll tell them. So at the resource type level, we can assign the bin access types for the resource types. Okay,
Okay.
and the same bin access type will be maintained in the bin. So what will happen is that to access that particular bin, okay, to
Mhm.
access this particular bin, the access type bin access type I'll maintain, right? So this bin access type is assigned to which resource. With that only I can able to access that bin. Okay, if I have this resource type with me, my user id,
Mm.
then only
Okay.
I can able
You
to
can
access the bins which are having this bin access type.
understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it will link. But I'm not creating anything right now. Yeah, and here also there is one more thing is HU type also. So there are certain
Mhm.
HU types will be handled by certain forklifts only. So that also you can
Mhm.
restrict. So you can say that like at the resource type level we can assign bin access type or HU type. So by using that config, like we can restrict the bins which should be accessed through a certain resource types. Okay,
Okay.
so by using this resource type we'll control which bins it has to access. So
So are we
hmm,
at the resource level? Are we copying, like, I mean, when anyone onboarding or offboarding?
hmm.
So when with a person reference, like, can we create another
Huh.
worker?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
we'll do that actually. Like see, those are not doing done by at this level actually. Okay,
okay.
we'll
Okay.
see these resource types and queue types only will be created here. And here if
Mm-hmm.
you're saying define queues, here we will define some queues actually. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
earlier queue types I just configured. This is queues. So AD01 I have some queues. Okay, there is an inbound, there is an outbound, and there is an internal. And you can restrict them as well. Like this particular queue only has to be accessed with RF.
Okay.
And some queues will be created by MFS or different reasons. Here, if you're seeing it right, see if worker is accessing this,
Mm-hmm.
you will maintain no resource. Sorry, no resource management active. Okay, if
Okay.
you are using RF gun, like this is for manual things. Okay, these two, and you
Mm-hmm.
want to do it only with RF gun, then you can use this third one. Okay, so here we are using all these queues for with RF only. Already we
Okay.
have all these three, so I'm not just configuring anything. Now just go inside of the second step. Here you
Mm.
will decide like when inbound queue has to trigger, when outbound queue has to trigger, and all the stuff. So based on the standard here, this gonna ask people like in interviews saying that um, how queue determination will happen. That means how inbound queue will get determined, how outbound queue will get determined. So you have to mention them. uh, this is the config, I can say.
Okay.
Yeah, so one second now, just yeah. So this thing like internal process will get determined based on warehouse number and the WPT 49s. It will determine the internal queue, and external queue will get sorry, outbound queue will get determined based on warehouse
Mm-hmm.
number, and this is destination activity area. Okay, and this is source activity area. So destination activity area and a warehouse number. Based on this, you will determine outbound,
Okay.
and this is inbound. Okay, inbound
Mm-hmm.
will be getting determined based on source activity area and warehouse number and as well as queue. Okay, so and you can tell them as well as you can incorporate access type, bin access type as well, and activity also. Activity means like it's a put away, picking, and all this stuff. See, you can add these as well to determine a particular queue. So
Mm-hmm.
simply you can mention them like based on warehouse number, source activity area, destination activity area, bin access type, and this is a WPT, warehouse process type and activity. So based on
Mm-hmm.
these five fields, system will determine this whether it has to be gone through an inbound queue or outbound queue or an internal queue. Okay.
Okay.
But if precisely saying like as per standard, if your WPT is 4 nines and your warehouse number is there, it will determine internal queue, because this WPT will be used only for internal movements. Okay, most of the time it's a warehouse supervision movement type or like a WPT, so it will be used for internal movements of the stock, like from one bin to another. And
Okay.
this activity area is like, if you remember, whenever we are receiving stock, we are receiving the stock into this storage type called 9010 all the time.
Yeah.
It's a GR zone. It is a GI zone.
Mm-hmm.
So it was going to GI zone, then it will be outbound, and it is coming to GR zone, it is inbound. Okay. So let me search for our warehouse whether these are there or not. If not, I'll copy and just create those. So yeah, AD01, this is there. So these are not required for us for now. Just delete. Hmm. So these are the ones. Okay, AD01.
Okay.
And till yeah, just here if you're seeing it right, you have five fields over there, right?
Mm.
Source activity area, destination, bin access type, warehouse process type, activity, all these five. So but I just want to use only few things, right? uh, I can say, so I'm just trying to determine inbound with these two fields, and outbound is with these two fields, and internal with these two fields. Okay, so
Okay.
I have to tell the system. Okay, see, this is the access sequence which system has to determine first. So I'm just telling that if it is AD01, first you have to check this source activity area.
Mm-hmm.
These you can remove all, like warehouse number along with the source activity area, it will check. And the second one is it has to check destination activity area for outbound actually. Okay,
Okay.
and for internal it has to check this WPT, like 4 nines, internal. So it will check this WPT along with the warehouse number, then it is internal. Okay, I'm just giving these two only because each place I just had only one. That means one selection only along with warehouse number. I just go with the source activity area for inbound, destination activity area for outbound, and WPT with internal. Okay, so I
Okay.
just mentioned all these things. So based on that, like system what it will does, it will look after warehouse number and source activity area. Is there anything is there in the config? So it will found inbound queue. Okay. This for physical inventory, nothing to do with it here. It will be used at the time of physical inventory. Okay. We'll not discuss nothing now here. So but this question they're gonna ask based on
Mm-hmm.
what field system will determine the queue. So you have to mention source activity area, destination activity area, and bin access type, and WPT, and then activity. So based on this, system will determine the queues.
Mm-hmm.
So, but how you configured and like if you're someone is asking that for inbound outbound, so you have to mention these three.
Okay.
Yeah, for inbound I just used source activity area. Outbound I
Mm.
used destination activity area, and for internal processes I have used the WPT 4 nines.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, this is important question. Now things are done here actually in the config level,
Mm-hmm.
and now yeah has to do all the things in transaction level. Okay, so you have to just let me search for this one thing. So you will create resource now. So actually we just created resource types right there,
Yeah.
but you have to create resource. And before that here you can see presentation device,
Mm-hmm.
PRDVC. So we'll create a presentation device here. As I mentioned, right, I just create multiple presentation devices. One is for RF gun, one is for forklift, like that. Okay. So the screen size, how I gonna control for that presentation devices. This is the display profile star star. Here we'll decide the screen size, right? As I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, no. I just showed you, right? Like when display
Yeah,
profile
yeah.
is creating.
Different patterns of
Yeah, it is a
40.
8 by 40 or 16 by 20 and number of push buttons and all this stuff. So I'm just
Yep.
creating a
Right.
device for ID01. So I'm just creating RF gun and display profile is like star star.
Mhm.
So presentation device type is I mentioned. Oh, it was not allowing. Okay, leave it. So just press enter, and this presentation device will be assigned to resource actually. Okay. So this is PRDVC we just ran, and then you can come here. You will create a resource group.
Mhm.
And this is RGRP. Okay, we'll create a resource group. I'll create only one group. Okay,
Okay.
RG01 resource group one. So I'm just only creating this resource group one because for this resource group only we will assign the resource types. Okay. So here resource types maintain resources, but before that like you wanna go with queue sequence.
Mhm.
So I just created resource group, right? And for that resource group I want to assign the queue sequence. Okay.
Okay.
Queue sequence means like for this resource group I will assign first inbound queue.
Mhm.
Uh, if any inbound queue is there, user has to attend the inbound queue first. And if there is no inbound, then user has to attend outbound queues, like a warehouse worker, I can say. And if there is no outbound queues also pending, then he has to attend internal queues. The sequence I'm just telling them how they need to work. And next, you can say maintain resource. So you'll create resources now. Here,
Mhm.
how many users are there in the warehouse? You will create resources for all of them. Like mostly, I can say uh, it will be on the username. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have 10 people, 10 resources you will create. And here it was saying like
So.
resource type you configured like this is the one which I just configured. Okay, resource type, and my resource group is RJ0 I just configured, and this is the default device, default presentation device. I just created AD01. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, this is the one I just created, and that's it. Like you don't need to maintain anything. See here, if you understand this resource, this device, right?
Mhm.
This device you created, and for this device you assign your display profile. Okay,
Yeah.
and that device if I am assigning it to a resource. So this guy
Mm.
when he's using that resource, right, he gonna use that
Yeah.
RF gun actually. Okay, and
Okay.
the screen size will be depends on the display profile which is assigned to that device.
Mhm.
That's how it
Yep.
will interlink. Okay, now this
Mm.
resource I just created, right, and I have to assign this resource to my user ID. That I'll do it here. Okay,
Okay.
right now let me search for that S23 EWM32. See, there is a data assigned for this user ID Z1 warehouse number. That's why, like, when I'm trying to log in, right? Just let me see. Okay. See, when I'm trying to log in RFUI, see, some default values are coming, right? 77077. Yeah. HUNAM. So, how it was came from here. So whenever new user came, right? For that like for that user, you have to add these details for that user. So I have like presentation profile as this is the one. Okay, sorry, the AD01, right, which is configured AD01 star star. Or like, I'll show you uh, which one, if you are using it, what will happen. Okay, I'm just giving this one. Or like I'll make it as in. Okay,
Okay.
KD01 in. So I will not see the outbound process then. Okay,
Mm.
and the resource type I have to assign is like the one which I just created, only it will show Ratna. Now let me say, and you can see, if I'm just going to the screen again, put a slash in and just come out, and now I am just trying to log in, so it will be bringing the new details. You understand, right?
Yeah, understood.
And when I press enter,
Mm.
see, outbound process is not showing. If you see here,
Mm.
how it was happened,
Yeah.
because of this
In
in, yeah.
29, yeah.
And if I make it as OU, okay,
Mhm.
and just save it,
Mm.
and if I'm just
Okay.
going out and just coming in again, I'll not see inbound then.
Mono.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how you're gonna restrict the user.
Mhm.
See, inbound is not there.
Outbound only.
Outbound only. So that you're gonna restrict. And if you
Mhm.
want to make it as auto login, you can do that. So because I just have a previous screen. Okay,
Mm.
press F9 or function F9 or F7. Yeah, F7 you have to press to go to the
Okay.
previous screen. Okay. Mm,
Mhm.
do you want to log off? Yes. Just put a again slash in, and just see, now I want to log in into RFUI.
Mhm.
This is my initial screen, correct?
Yeah.
But I don't want to log into this here from enter. So what I'll do, I'll make it as auto login. Okay,
Mhm.
just save. And what it will happen now, it will just directly go inside of that. Actually, it will not show up that what is your presentation device and all the stuff. See, now I just came into directly.
Mm.
That is the use of auto login. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just removing this and making it as star. Um I think it was bit more
Yeah.
informative. Yeah. So what I'll do, like, we'll continue in the remaining, like, next session, where
Mm.
till here everything is done. Okay, all the configs
Yeah.
are done. So
Mm.
tomorrow we'll create one inbound delivery and one outbound delivery, and we'll see how
Mhm.
system will trigger what is the queue for that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Sure.
this is a important thing. Like, these are the questions they're gonna ask in the RFUA
Mhm.
space. So maximum, like, the profiles they're gonna ask, and they'll ask one more thing is that, like, how you gonna determine the queues. That is one question, and
Mhm.
the other question is that, like, how to activate the service.
Okay.
Yeah.